All right, guys, so I'm not giving up on the acceptance rate challenge. Well, it's not going to be the 100% acceptance rate challenge. It's a new one. It's going to be the acceptance rate challenge in general. I'm just going to see how long I can accept everything on DoorDash. It's going to be hopefully past 100%. I might not even make it to 100%. Like yesterday, there were some orders that I'm just like, I cannot. Oh my gosh, I would not accept this. But we got through it. And we are now on to day 3. Technically, this is day 2 that I'm going to be talking about, which was yesterday. I took a day off because I wasn't feeling good. I slept a heck of a lot. I thought I was getting sick. Maybe I technically was, but I just slept like 16 hours or so. But luckily, I'm feeling better now. Anyways, we'll go through some of the orders from yesterday, or at least some of the mileage and whatnot and numbers. Maybe we'll talk about where I'm at compared to where I started on mileage. Let me turn on the car real quick so you can see that. And yeah, and then we're going to be starting day 3. I did turn on my car. It's making noise. Shut up. Anyways, currently I am at 16,344 since gosh dang it, I wish things would stop alerting me. I hate the freaking notifications. Anyways, yeah, and now we have 86. I don't know why it matters how much gas I have in my tank. So yeah, we're up to I think we're a good 300 plus miles into the challenge, something like that. So but I haven't been doing full 12-hour days or whatnot. We'll go over the numbers of active and overall dash time also. Anyways, we're going to go through some of the orders I did yesterday. A lot of them I didn't get screenshots of like I was planning on. I'm going to try to get better at that. I don't know if it matters so much about all of them, but I don't know. I could just go through. I don't know how to do this. I am rusty when it comes to, well, I've never really done videos like this except recently. But I'm trying to make it somewhat entertaining and interesting. And let's just get into it. All right, so this is my first order. It was $12.70. Was that my first order? I think so. $12.75 for 6.9 miles, 8 items total. Didn't really want to do that since it was going out in the middle of nowhere. So instead of it being 6.9 miles, that's 4 miles that way, 4 miles back, which makes it an extra 8 miles, makes it 10 miles for 12.75. And then, I think I'm at the wrong one. No, that was the day before. Well, here we go. This is the start of yesterday. My bad. Okay, so we didn't get the first one on there, but it was $13 Safeway order. The base pay was $6.50 and the tips were $6.50, which is kind of crummy for base pay on that one, especially when it had an okay amount of items. But it could be worse, that's for sure. And it did take 24 minutes to make $13, which technically that's close to $30 an hour. Anyway, so we got this one that was $11 for 6.7 miles. For Royal, and this one did go up, and then I had to go out and back, so it turned into more like 10 miles plus. But what was nice about it is the customer did tip an extra $2, since I was really nice about how I delivered that one. And so yeah, we got the 11 plus 2 turned into $13. So overall, I made 26 in 56 minutes. This one was 2 orders, 3 items, 8.2 miles for $14. And I was like way out here. So then I had to go up to the store and around, which put me more into the area, which was slightly better, or kind of makes it better, but still, it wasn't that bad of an order. And that was one of the things, that was roasted chicken that should have been thrown out. That I was trying to get a replacement choice going, because we're only supposed to refund 1% of items. supposed to keep our numbers at 99%, and the customer didn't want anything, so I had a refund. But I was trying to get some kind of option going, and some, I was hoping for cold roasted chicken. That would have worked, but no. And they tipped nothing, which you can right there. I shouldn't have wasted any extra time on that. It was just a couple items, but still trying to make sure to get the items for them. Also trying to talk to the deli. One thing that annoys me, is so hard to talk to the deli sometimes, just to get a quick word in to find out something simple, like if they have roasted chicken coming or not. Anyway, so yeah, I got $4 from the other order, and the base pay on this one was $10, which, makes it a little bit okay. So I probably got like $4 just from the no tip order, and then $6 in base pay from the other one. But it did turn into $14, and I got $40 in an hour and 40 minutes. Then we got a Firehouse order that was $8 for 3.6 miles, which is pretty decent because it was $2 a mile. To go ahead and take that. It was out there, so it did have to come back, but still not too bad because there's other orders, there's other places around the area, so it's still in the zone, so it's pretty good. Then we had this Safeway order that was 4.6 miles for $11.50, 7 items, which isn't too bad, except going out that way and then coming half around turns into 9 miles. And then we got, I ended the dash and I restarted because I want to get some food or whatnot, I'm pretty sure. So we got $9.75 for that one, $5.75 base pay, $4 tip. And then the next order, it was another Safeway order, $4.50 tip with $7 base pay, making it $11.50. I don't think that was the same order. Then we got $4 one. This is one of the ones I really didn't want to do. I got $4, 0 tip, and so we made okay. And then another one that was $12.75, $7.25 base pay, $5.50 tip. Which this one did have a decent amount of items on it, but it was super close. It was only a mile away, and I think it only took me like 15 minutes to shop or something, so kind of worth it. Anyways, let's go on. I don't know why that screenshotted. I got this one I really didn't want to do, but not completely terrible. $4.50 for 2.5 miles at Wendy's. And then we got another one that was $4.50. Oh no, that was that one. So it's $2 base pay, $2.50 tip, and that could have been just base pay. It all depended on how long it was out there, and how DoorDash base pay works. And plus, I'm pretty sure it also depends on how much you've made so far. I think that's all the screenshots I got from yesterday. That's it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and just show off just a little bit more of yesterday's accepting everything in the total between 2 days of accepting everything. So that is, let me go ahead and find out. Gosh dang, dude. They make it annoying. Why don't they have, like, I don't get DoorDash sometimes. Okay, so I can actually. So we got 353.42 this week. The active time is 12 hours and 17 minutes, which technically makes it about $30 an hour before expenses. Just an active time. But look how much dash time I had, almost 16 hours. So it turned out to be $22 an hour after that. But then you figure in expenses, and I'm making probably about minimum wage with, gas costs and maybe a little more than minimum wage. I get like 40 miles to the gallon or close to it. So I get 38.2 currently. I was getting like 43 or so, but I got these stupid tires from Les Schwab that are all weather or whatnot that have lowered my mileage considerably. Kind of wish I would have just paid a little bit more for those same tires I had, as these ones are very clunky, slow to accelerate, and yeah, the other ones were much nicer for another 300 or whatnot. I don't even think it was that much more. Maybe I should probably take these back and get the other ones. Anyways, so let me go ahead and see if there's anything else I wanted to touch on. Here we go. So let's go there. And we got, I don't really want to go through all these, but these are some of the ones that I did. I did a Pizza Hut for only $2. And this is, a lot of Dashers will say, don't beg for a tip or don't blah, blah, blah. No, it's your livelihood. You got to pay your bills. And a lot of times customers don't realize just how much you get. And so that Pizza Hut order, when I got there, I'm like, if you could add, anything for a tip, that would be great. No problem if not. But I only get $2 for this order. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, but it's no problem if not. And she's like, hold on. So she went and grabbed an extra $5, which was nice. Earned me $7 for that order, making it a pretty good order. If I can even find the cash in here. Oh my gosh. My $5. A little extra. That gives me a mile of gas, or 1 gallon of gas, which gives me about 40 miles, which gives me a couple more orders that I can do. Or a few more orders, depending on the orders. Anyways, so yeah, that was nice. Let me go ahead and go over anything else. Let's see here. There was a $4 it's $4 Safeway order. That was just one item. That order was combined, but then one of the orders got canceled. And that was, I don't know. It wasn't that $2. I can't think of what was probably my worst order. That Pizza Hut order might have been my worst order if I didn't get the extra tip. And that Safeway order was pretty bad, but it was only one item, so I wouldn't really consider it that bad. And what was my best order of the day? That's one thing. I don't think I really got anything that great. I got one that was $19.78 from Safeway. So lots of little piddly stuff. And the base pay was $12.25 on that, making it decent. And then let's go ahead and see. Yeah, nothing great yesterday. A lot of small stuff that just kind of added up. Man. Yeah, some 1250s, 13s, but nothing amazing. And the last one, $4.50 at Taco Bell. That was pretty quick, but it was at a place that you have to meet in the lobby. You're not supposed to deliver to the rooms, so it can be a pain in the butt sometimes. But this customer is really awesome. She met me in the lobby after I called, made sure to let her know that I couldn't deliver to the rooms, so I didn't have to wait forever for her to come down, which made it kind of worth it. It was decently quick. Oh yeah, there was another order that I wanted to talk about, and maybe I should make a video specifically on this. I might later, or maybe I'll make a short out of it. But there was a Safeway order. Well, I got a triple order, and one of them was a floral order, which I hate doing floral delivery or flower delivery because the pay is usually pretty low. And I found out why pay is so low around here at least the Safeway, one of the Safeways that I get flowers from. Because I saw on the order, it showed items and it said, the flowers, and then there was another line that said tip. So I'm like, what did they tip? What is that? But it showed, I get $5.25. So I was thinking maybe, it'll be like a $3 tip or something. But it was $6 or 6 miles extra on top of where I was going. So it turned out to be 12 miles extra. And technically the whole order would have been 22 miles because it was something like that. 20 miles because it was out in the middle of nowhere, then back. But I did have another order on the way that kind of made it worth it. But I talked to the customer and they were like, yeah, I added a tip. And I was like, really? I didn't get a tip. I must have got tipped to the floral department. He's like, well, it was supposed to be for you. But I did tip. I tipped $15. And I was like, weird. I'm going to go. So I went to the store and I was like, yeah, the customer said they tipped, and usually the tip goes to the driver, and I got $0. So I only made $5.25. And the floral department's like, oh, I was wondering what that tip was about. So they didn't know how to process the tips through DoorDash because they paid not through DoorDash. They paid through the Safeway Floral. And I think this has been happening for years, and they didn't know how to process the tip. I don't know. Maybe from now on they will. But yeah, the tip on their side goes into a regular line item, and then that is supposed to be kicked out to the DoorDash order to help it get accepted and for the driver, and it hasn't been. So this time I talked to them and let them know about it. They're like, oh, so that's what it's about. And they cashed it out for me, and I got the $15, which made it actually worth it because it was $20 or $15 extra, $20 for that order. And I got, if I can clear out my freaking mess in here. Oh, I think I used one of the, did I use? Oh, no, there we go. See? $15 in cash. Money, guys. That was a nice little extra, and it did push me ahead to where I wanted to be by the end of the day, because I wanted to make sure to make at least 200 yesterday, and I did a little bit over 200, and I didn't go as long as I wanted, just like I'm not today. I need to be trying to push harder for that, but yeah, I'm just I don't know, we'll try to go late tonight, hopefully do pretty good. We are going to be accepting everything again, but there are a couple rules that I'm going to allow myself. One, I can't accept everything. Two, I don't know if I should determine if service, like if I'm meaning to accept something but service glitches, so it wasn't my fault. I kind of think that shouldn't count. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should service count or not? I do try to make sure whenever I'm in a bad service zone that I pause dash before, like if it's in a bad service area. So then when I can come back to the zone that's not a dead service area, and then I resume. So I don't lose orders. I can hit 100%. I've done it multiple times. But occasionally service will glitch and I won't know. So then I don't get an order, and then all of a sudden the service is back and then it says it's paused and I lost an order. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I count that as a decline so I lose the challenge, or should that not count? Let me know in the comments. Also, another rule that I'm going to have, I think at least for now, that's not going to count. The other rule that I'm going to have is I can drop an order, because if I see a really good order on Instacart, it's like $100 or something, I'm not going to lose that money. I am going to make sure that I, cancel or drop the order, and I'm going to get to the Instacart if I can. And also I can, like if I've been waiting 10 minutes at a store, I can drop the order if it's taken forever. As long as it doesn't, as long as it doesn't affect my completion rate. But I can affect the completion rate, just can't go below, platinum on this challenge. So I can actually, get some of the good, the Instacarts. And I will occasionally be doing Instacart if it picks up, because I do need the extra money and I'm not looking to lose a lot of money. I'm probably going to lose an okay amount of money from doing this challenge. But anyways, I'm going to get to it. This is going to be day 3 of accepting everything. Oh yeah, my stats. I'm going to go ahead and show that off and make this a video. Didn't mean to go on for 18 minutes. I'm trying. I do plan on getting things organized better on this, and trying to make things better overall little by little, but it's already taken too much time as it is. I need to figure out how putting in little things in place to take less time so I get to work quicker, but I do want to continue with this series and continuing to post every day on YouTube. Yeah, now my acceptance rate is up to 87%. I do have a perfect 5-star still, and 1 rating is still excluded, no thumbs down. And then my shopping is still in the pro shopper range with 5,243 lifetime shopping orders. All right, that's going to be it for now. I'm going to eat some food, get to work, and get going on day 3 of accepting everything. Bye for now, guys.